Apayantu mamangani Vakpranas-chakshu shrotram Atavalam indriyani cha sarvani Sarvam brahma upanishadam Mahang brahma nirakuryang Mama brahma nirakarod Nirakarnamastu Nirakaranang me astu Tadatmani nirateja upanishatsu dharma Te mai shantu Om Shanti 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 Om. May all functions of our minds, the works of our bodies, and the activities of our senses please the Almighty Brahman, who is described in the Vedanta. May we not forget Him. May we realize His presence in us. May we not be forsaken by Him. May all divine qualities adorn our souls and bring peace to our minds. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Today our topic is emptiness and ultimate reality. This month is as having the birthday of Shankara and Buddha. It happened this year. Shankara's birthday is on the 12th of May and Buddha on May 23rd. So we'd like to think about Buddha and Shankara, the two extraordinary personalities who have moved and changed the thought process of the humanity since time immemorial. Buddha was 500 BC and Shankara was 686, almost a gap of 1200 years apart, though they are born, but that shaped and changed the thought process of the whole world. We need to understand Buddha came long back. Well, when he came, the historical background when he came. The ground of both Shankara and Buddha, we should go to their background to understand the message they have given to us. That apparently seems to be contradictory. Buddha says, didn't say, but his followers say. And that is Buddhism now. And how many varieties of thoughts about that Buddha's ideas have been presented in the world. Mahayana Buddhism, this Hinayana Buddhism, and there are divisions also in between, hundreds of divisions. To understand, when Buddha came, and apparently the two advices, one is mostly said that Buddhism is emptiness, voidness. Vedanta says ultimate reality is Satchidananda Brahman. Buddhism says it is nothing, nothing, nothing. So whether it is nothing or something is a conflict. And it is going on from eternal time, eternity, time immemorial. So we have to understand that apparently though conflicting, but they are talking about the one experience. Just to reconcile at the very beginning, reconciliation should be at the end, but Ramakrishna reconciled it, so we are placing it at the beginning. Buddha experienced, but Ramakrishna said he could not express in words. That's why when he was asked, God, is God there? Well, did I say that? is not God. God is not there, but did I say that? Is God, is not God? That means he didn't define it. And the followers have taken their aspects, and one aspect they have created the philosophy. And Sankara or the Vedic wisdom says ultimate truth is Satchidananda. There is the ultimate reality beyond time, space, causation, though it cannot be expressed in language, but it is a positive entity. And Buddha's idea, Shunya. Shunya means, we explain, there's nothing. But nothing is a question. No thing. The thing as we see, the objective universe as I see. No thing. I explain, but Buddhism will not accept that philosophy. But Vedantic view of looking at that will be, it is no thing which is composed of matter. In time, space and causation it comes. That type of thing is not there. What is there? Is there. There is something, but which cannot be expressed. Also, very simple experience when Buddha was enlightened. He was in ecstatic joy. The joy, expression of joy comes out of void or from fullness. It's a question. So, this debate continues from the very ancient time. I go back to the Vedic time in Katha Upanishad, when our Nachiketa, no? He asked the question that, teach me, ayamasti iti, nayamasti iti. He says that there is something, after death there is nothing. So this type of conflicting ideas are there from the beginning. Katha Upanishad says that external, this debate of ultimate reality, which is existing or non-existing, is there any self or self, can it be experienced, and is there any logic behind this acceptance of these thoughts, is continuing. And then the Vedas give the lessons. So Katha Upanishad we read that it says, Yeyang prete vichikitsa manushye astiti eke nayamastiti chaeke. Upanishad says that the Yeyang prete vichikitsa. After death there is a question. We see this life, we are moving, and someone dies, we see, it's a vichikitsa, it's a doubt. Manushya, asti iti. Someone survives after death. Or everything is finished when one dies. This physical body is gone. The Katha Upanishad, here is the big question. Is this, there is anything or not? I want to know. Etad vidyam, this science, this knowledge, I want to learn from you. Anusishtastaya aham. And that is my only prayer to you. Please teach me whether there is existence after death or not death. That means isn't there anything beyond the body-mind complex, what we are now? Beyond that, is there anything lives, continues after death? So this question is the question, and Upanishad comes forward in a positive direction, positive words, and also in the negative words. Katha Upanishad have mentioned many places. It says, that this Upanishadic truth is tang durdarsham gudham. That is very difficult to see, experience. It is embedded in the deepest depth of the heart. Guahitam gavaristam puranam. Only adhyatma yogena, with deep contemplation, that people can realize that. Upanishad is talking about that attaining that, they can conquer all these dualities of life. And all the Vedas, Sarve Veda Jat Padam Amananti, Padamamananti, all the Vedas are talking about that reality, which is the end result of all austerities, tapangshi sarvani, yajat badanti, and for which people are living the life of celibacy and purity, And that is the state, there is a state. I am going to talk about that. The Kathopanishad, the sage of the Kathopanishad, talks about that. And then he gives, this is called the Brahman, etad yevo aksharang brahma, that is called the absolute akshar, undecaying Brahman, that is the supreme reality. And knowing one this, they become what is the ultimate truth, he attains to that. And that self is there, and that does not die, na jayate, na mriyate, it does not die, it does not born, it does not stay and change. It is ajo, it is eternal, it is absolute, it is unchanging. And body goes, but it does not go. It is finer than the finest, it is bigger than the biggest. It is the Atman which resides in the heart of all. And knowing that, one crosses the ocean of soka, bereavement, and faith, suffering and bereavement. So this is the Vedantic perspective. But when Buddha came to reach this highest goal, the context was that historical background is that Buddha came in a time when the Vedic wisdom, this wisdom which is the Vedic wisdom we read a little bit of, this, it went into a period of decadence. And there are Vedas divided into two segments. One is called the Karma Kanda, another is called the Jnana Kanda. One is the ritualistic performance. You do this offering of oblation to God, and you offer this mantra, chant this way, and then you will reach this goal of achievement, what you want. After death you will go there. And all these practices were continued, and then people forgot about the ultimate truth and then only focused on the rituals and forms. And the sacrificial fire, and it is offering of animal sacrifice took place there, and that continued, and people get engaged, forgetting about the goal, that there is a self, there is an ultimate reality that can be experienced in this life, and to be established in that ever blissful state, one can reach that in this life itself. Forgetting all these philosophies, they get involved into the sacrificial fire and oblation and the animal sacrifice and that. So it went in such a way that only priestcraft became the major spirituality. Do's, don'ts, and this and that. And so, forgetting that inner search for God, that time Buddha appeared. The whole country were putting emphasis on ritualistic sacrificial fire and forgetting these Upanishadic messages of experiencing that absolute truth beyond all dual conflicts, which is and temptations for heavenly enjoyment. They are going to heaven, that you perform this sacrifice, you will go to heaven and you will have your heavenly joy and pleasure. And that they got, and this karma kanda, the sacrificial fire offering animals, becomes so rampant, and they become scholars, and also they become crude debaters. Only they talk intellectually, they want to contradict the philosophical ideals of spirituality. And then there is a need. Then that time came Buddha, and is full of compassion to stop the sacrifice. He wanted to sacrifice himself for the cause of the animals. And he found out that you are putting a wrong emphasis on sacrificing animals and going to heaven, or feeling that you will get joy here. But you are ignoring that life has suffering, and life suffering cannot be denied. Anyone is born in life will have some suffering, and this suffering is three types of suffering. It is inevident, and he born as a prince. He was never exposed to the sufferings of life, but when he saw it, it really struck him that how life is being uselessly spent, not focusing on to the truth, to get liberation from all this suffering. So this suffering is there. He saw that with a experiencing one day, that he saw some old man in the old days, death, disease, and sickness, death, disease, and the old age problems. So it bothered him, and he found there is also a way probably, and he then went from door to door to find who can help. He went to the so-called yogis and tried to get his questions solved, but no one could satisfy. Then he left everything and then went to that deep contemplation, finding the truth within. That we all know. And then he attained to that bodhisattva, state of bodhisattva. There he said that this dukkha, this suffering is there, and one have to live a life of eightfold path, of noble eightfold path, and that we all know. And his fundamental teaching, he says that there are four noble truths. There is a suffering, you cannot deny that, and there is a cause of suffering, and there is a cessation of suffering, and there is a path to follow, this course to go beyond suffering. So this is his contribution. He turned the whole attention to know the life's major problem. After death, something is there or not is not the question. Question is, here is the suffering. Now, how can you overcome that? And can you attain freedom from that suffering? That is the state of nirvana he attained. And what is nirvana? Nirvana is a supramundane state realized with Buddha and Arhats, a state of liberation through full enlightenment. It is not something to be described in mundane terms or understood by mundane knowledge, but is realized only by intuitive wisdom. Nirvana also means the destruction of the last hatred, ignorance, and erasing egoism and deliverance from all suffering. So Buddha described this state in the term as infinite, supreme bliss and peace. It appears almost the language is the same. Attaining to that state of nirvana, then all suffering goes and the troubles of life, and the person becomes totally transformed. Nirvana, destruction of lust, hatred, ignorance, and all our egoism is destroyed. Nirvana is not, some people think as a going to somewhere else. Nirvana is not a kind of heaven where their ego resides. It is a spiritual place that is spaceless and timeless. This is the abode of immortality. It appears like I am from Vedanta perspective, so I am overlaying much emphasis from Vedantic side. Buddhists may not agree with it. but my question immediately comes whenever we talk about nirvana. Nirvana is what? If it is void, nirvana, after attaining nirvana, then Buddha should be vacant then. His look should be vacant. But he was full of joy, full of bliss, and he preached that message of peace and harmony and joy, and the whole country were enthused into the path of following him. What is the following him? Renunciation, detachment, giving up all the worldly attractions, getting rid of the trishna, major problem in the heart. It is called the desire. How to get out of desire. How he encouraged the whole country to follow that path of renunciation, detachment. If nirvana is a negative thing, who wants to go to a void thing? But anyhow, that is the If we say that whole life, you struggle whole day and night and do austerity practice and don't eat, give up everything for void. Even that's the story. The void is an idea, but there is no such void. There is a story that I repeat this again and again. There is one Swami, a monk, Vedanta monk, was going with his disciple, moving from one place to another. But it was that time Buddhistic influence was very heavy, and even every house, everyone is becoming a monk, everyone is becoming a renunciate, and Buddhang Saranang Gacchami everywhere going on. So they came in a village, and they went, there is a shop to get some food because they are hungry. They could not beg. Buddhist house, probably not giving the food to the Vedantist. Anyhow, so they went to the shopping place, have some little something to get something. But as soon as the disciple went and entered into the shop, and they said, give me some food. And he said, give me some rice, or puffed rice, or give some other eatable. And all the time he is saying, it is not there. Rice is not there. Potato is not there. And he sees that there is potato, rice, everything. But he says, because his philosophy is talking, it is not there. It is not there. So it went on, not there, not there. And then the brahmachari who was trying to serve the guru, he came back and he said, reported to Guru, see, there I saw all the items there in his shop, but he is saying it is not there, it is not there, it is not there. Then he sent his disciple again back to say, now you go and ask him, who is saying not this, bring him. To say not this, there is some consciousness. That is the message from the Vedantic teacher, that you are to say nothing, there is nothing. Who is saying nothing? There some consciousness is necessary to express this nothingness. So whatever is said, nothing is no thing. So that is the way nirvana is not a state where there is no ego. That is as Vedanta sometimes talks about the egoless state of absolute Satchidananda state. It is something to the spiritual place that is spaceless and timeless. You can say it is a space, but it is no space. It is a timeless state, but it is the eternal something which is concrete. However much we may speculate, we shall never be in the position to comprehend its real nature, this nirvana nature. We are in the state ourselves. The best way to understand nirvana is by self-realization. That we get the idea that to only one can think about what is nirvana. It is a state or beyond state, only one can experience it. And that's why Buddha laid the path of eightfold path of noble eightfold path of practice. More emphasis on practice. One idea should come here. That there is why we are in this world, according to Buddhism, there is called the 12 links of dependent origination. 12 links of why we are here, why we are suffering. Suffering is there. Why the suffering? Buddha said, it is because there is ignorance. Because you do not know. We are suffering because he is not saying this. From Vedantic perspective, we are hearing every day, we are that divine. It is here itself now, at this point. But I do not know. In your pocket you have sufficient money, but you forgot that there is the money, and you are going to beg somebody, could you loan me 5 cents? Your pocket is having $1 million. But you have forgotten that. So here, ignorance is the first cause of vidya, fundamental ignorance of the truth and the delusion of mistakenly perceiving their things as the changeful things as the truth. No? So this is the first point. First problem why we are suffering is because we are ignorant. Avidya. And avidya does formation. That means in Sanskrit is the samaskara. So as long as there is ignorance, there is the formation of karma. So long karma leads us to good and bad karma. So as we do not know we are, then we have to get to live in the world, to have some joy, have some fun, have some necessities of life to fulfill. So we need to do some karma. So ignorance leading to second stage of karma. And karma may be good karma or bad karma, whatever may be, negative or three types of karma. Karma can be neutral karma, karma may be positive karma, karma may be negative karma. So this karma is the cause, this karma is ending at some result. What is the result? To rebirth. I do some karma to fulfill my desire. And how much is fulfilled? Everyone knows at the point of death, people lament, I did so much, but still I want to be like that. Ever desire remains unfulfilled. Unless one reaches the absolute nirvana state, Buddhism we can talk, or a Vedantic talk, the ultimate truth, the desire will remain because I am unfulfilled yet. So second stage is as long as there is ignorance, there is a formation of karma, and it forces us to achieve that goal, we need some karma. Karma, either good karma can go to heaven, bad karma, it will take to hell. It is Buddhism, Hinduism believe on this heaven and hell, temporary heaven and hells, and not the permanent heaven concept or hell concept like Christianity. So that you did bad karma a little bit, okay, go to jail. You did good karma, you go to heaven, some hotel, free charge. And you can get free food and all accommodation there, prepaid, because you were good karma. And neutral, some karmas are there neutral, it does not neither bring good neither, so it is a vegetating life, stone, they don't grow any karma, so you have to be born like that. But the three types of karma leading to three types of experience. And then with what happens with that, then comes chetana. Chetana means consciousness, means not the absolute consciousness, the relative consciousness. A formation of cause of the consciousness of the next existence. No. This karma creating the formation of living in another body, that awareness. The consciousness which propels one towards the next existence is called impelling consciousness. And the consciousness that is led to the particular state, once the conditions have come together, is known as the consciousness of the impelled result. So you get some impelling consciousness, chetana, to be born, and there is a result, is a birth will happen. These two aspects of consciousness are counted as single link, since together they establish the link between two lives, this life and the next life. So see, this is the critical analysis as 12 step, how we are in the circle of birth and death. First point, ignorance. And second point, it is the formation. Formation means there is ignorance, there is some karma, and that karma, when we do some karma to achieve something, either it will be good karma, it will be bad karma, or neutral karma. So according to that, it becomes the seed for rebirth, and then rebirth will be impelling consciousness, that's chetana, and chetana then gives the shape of name and form, nama rupa. So then it brings the, and then comes sarayatana, which matches the six inner ayatanas of the sense faculties, the mind, etc., then develops, and then contact, the coming together of the objects. Then this subtle body will come in contact with the sense objects, and the faculty of consciousness will be created, and that brings the sensation. Contact arises sensation, then I feel pleasurable or painful experiences, and then that develops a desire not to be separated from the pleasurable sensations and to be free from painful sensation. So a desire comes. I will be always connected with the joyful thing. I will be disconnected with the painful thing. The desire comes, craving comes. And then a craving then it gives us grip or grasping. Grasping is, as craving increases, it develops into grasping. That is, actively trying never to be separated from what is pleasurable. See, subtle way how the mind is connecting with the external object and holding on to that objects which are not eternal but which is pleasurable, and trying to avoid what is not bringing or which is painful. And then becoming is bhava. Through this grasping, one acts with the body, speech and mind, and creates the karma that determines one's next existence. So, grasping on to the objects of the world, which is temporary by nature, not knowing, trying to get the permanent peace through that, and failing that, then the desire propels into another way of absorbing that joy, to grasping one in this body and having the mind and speech there, start doing another karma which determines one's next existence. And then comes, rebirth comes, and through the power of this comes becoming. One is born in a particular birthplace whenever the necessary conditions are assumed. So he is born, we are all born according to fulfill our that desire, where it can be fulfilled. So in that circumstances, that environment we born, and then again we start our journey there, looking at the objective universe to hold on where we can have pleasure and to avoid where there is pain. This struggle continues and continues and continues. And that leads ultimately that when you are born, naturally the body grows, it becomes old, it becomes and one day it dies. So is it following the rebirth? There is a continual process of aging. Anything is born, we see that anything is born will be aging. But every day it will change. And ultimately it will be as an aggregate of change and develop, and eventually there is a death when the aggregates finally cease. The five elements body created, they all separate out. As it is composed together, giving the body, and this they separate out. So this main idea Buddha presented us, that Trishna, the desire, and that is the cause of our being here, and that is the cause of bringing so much suffering in our life. But we cannot get out of that. But to understand that how this world movement is appearing to us according to Buddha, it is like an appearance. Vedanta will also say another way, Shankara will say the same way. Another way of talking, it is that what we see steadiness in this, it is an appearance. Like Alata Chakra, if we whirl a fireball tied to a rope and whirl it round with swift speed, it seems a circle of fire. We see the fire circle, but it is not fire, a circle. It is only a dot of light or on a piece of light moving in speed, in quick succession. So this life is like that. It is changing every moment. Its position is changing. But it appears a look of permanency. And that's why we get deluded, and that we think that to hold on to that That's why our all struggle, all suffering comes, because you want to hold on to that which is changing. That is dukkam, dukkam, dukkam. Why dukkha? Because everything is going out of my grip. Whatever I want to hold it, I cannot hold it. I want to keep my youth. Youth goes away. You want to keep your bank balance goes away. It may be coming also into the bank account sometime, but sometime it goes away. So it is whatever, that's change. Main point, it is change. And this change, you have to hold on to the change. And why are you holding it? Because I want my thirst for that. Thirst for the object, thirst of the senses and the sense objects and their connection, giving me joy. I want to get that joy through this sensate experience. Vedanta and Buddhism are the same in both. Vedanta and Buddhism is same in the rebirth theory. Vedanta talks about our suffering is caused by our desire. Holy Mother said, you become free from all desire. Realization is here and now. You know you are that. You will be able to know this moment. But we are not able to desire what is eternal. But we are looking, our senses are giving me the view that this world is real, I am real, and my relationship is real. Whatever I am holding on, it will be there. But life's experience even tells us nothing is permanent, nothing can be steady, everything is changing. But there is then all about life? That all is only changing, and nothing is there? That's why there come is it ultimately, yes, there is nothing. Because we look at the world, whatever we try to think that it is permanent, that is an imagination, in the fiction of the mind. There is no such permanent thing. It is all the time changing in such a way, and I am misunderstanding it to be a reality. That's Vedanta calls Maya. That Maya gives an illusion. Brother Shankara will say it is a Vivarta theory, the theory of an unchanging reality, appearing to be changing. Nothing has changed anything in the fundamental reality. The rope is rope there, not change anything. But in the darkness I saw the snake, and I was affected by that, and I cried out and did every reaction. But there never came a snake there. But I reacted all this in my ignorance, the same ignorance. And this is the misconception about, so Shankara says that it is unchanging truth, only you are projecting something, avarana and vikshapa, you are covering the truth and then projecting on it. In the movie hall we go, the white screen is all the time there. And when the lights are off, we forget about the white screen, and then I see the projection. And on that projection, we get so involved into projection, nothing happening. In the screen, what I see, nothing happening. But it is so real for me. And if you put what is called 3D glass, now 4D has come, I do not know. The 3D at least you put in your eyes and in your glass, and you see what is happening there. You are in the middle. And if something is changing, you are being changed. You cry out, you jump out. It's so real, so real. You cannot deny that it is, you are really affected by that. We went one time to have some movie to see. That's 3D, and in the jungle there are snakes and this, and the snake is hissing. And not only hissing, they created such an ambience. There some blow up air and there's water and all this created, and all the people who are sitting, they jump out of the chair as if hitting your head. And you cannot deny that experience. Yes, we all experience that. We are all intelligent people. But see, it is called the Maya, play of Maya. So this explains our real life also. This is in a movie hall we people are creating these ideas, and we can feel that how real, being real, it is nothing is there, no thing. White screen is only there. If you can take out that 3D eyeglass, then what will you see? It is farther away. We have to take out the 3D eyeglass from our mind, no? That misunderstanding, that is to be, it is, Vedanta says, ultimate truth is there all the time. We are only projecting something according to our desire, according to our mental condition. And mind is always explaining. Mind is always explaining the reality in a different language, different way. We live in our mind. Vedanta says, no. Manaeva manushyanang karanang bandhamoksha. Mind is the cause of our suffering. Mind is the cause of our release from all bondage. It is the mind which shows us suffering. That mind, when pure, it shows us it is all God, it is all divine. So Buddha then found out that same truth. It is according to the expression that it is all nothing, nothing, nothing. It is, that means, don't get attached to the changing things of the world and attain to that nirvana, go beyond dukkha, all suffering, by focusing on yourself, following the Eightfold Path, that moral life, right understanding. We should have to right thinking, right talking, speech, right type of action, right type of livelihood, right type of effort, right type of mindfulness, and right type of concentration. So we should have to follow these principles. Without the background, that is also all a training of the mind. Mind, right thinking. First it may be relatively wrong and right in the social standard. We can be moral, immoral. Those may be taken at the very beginning stage. But as it move on, what is the right? What is the right thing? What is the right understanding? Live in that consciousness is that is the right living. Right talking, talk right. What is the right thing? Talk about the highest, talk about the truth, talk about what is confusing versus what is eternal, unchanging. So all the right action, do the right action. Right action is what? Serving God, seeing the divine, serving the divine. Oh, of course I am talking about Buddhism, I am mixing all these two philosophies together, making a hodgepodge of it. But that is left for the scholars to decide. But when we want to read these two philosophies, we want to blend it together and to bring it into our awareness so that we can do something in our life. Right action in Buddhism, right? Do that is good for others. Vedanta will say, why you do good for others? Because I am one. I am serving myself. That's why I shall do good to others. I shall not hurt you because I am there. And that ultimate truth, you say Sunna, I say Purna. Swami Vivekananda's song, beautiful song, no? I refer every time, but this is also, I cannot leave it. And in that we find that he is balancing these two ideas of Sunna and Purna. He says, and in the song, beautiful song, Nahi Shurya, Nahi Jyoti, Nahi Shashanka, Sundaro, Mashi Bhumi, Chaya Shamo, Chobi Vishwa Charachara. There is no sun, not the beautiful moon, not any light whatsoever. Nirvana is being described in another way. Swami Vivekananda is describing his own experience, how the mind is drifting from this world of awareness into the absolute reality, which is we call Brahman, and I will say what is called Nirvana, the state of Nirvana, or state of Bodhisattva. So that is the state Swami Vivekananda describes. There is no sun. Suppose the whole world of our beautiful moon, not any light whatsoever. The entire universe floats through the space phantom-like, a mere picture, no? As if it is all disappearing. Shunya. It is going into vacuum. It is going into void. This palpable universe of sun, moon, stars, this earth and all the human existence, as if all vanishing into the void. Ramakrishna touched Naren. See, theoretical, intellectual thing. Let us go to the realistic life of Sri Ramakrishna's demonstration. Naren came to know, is there any God? Have you seen God? And says, yes, I have seen God. I can show you God. Huh? And when he touched him, what happened? He saw this whole world is just vanishing. This realistic world is vanishing into the void as it were, like a dream. And he cried out, what are you doing? I am my mom, I am my dad, no? But anyhow, first time, he said, okay, up to this much. But then second time it happened, no? So that experience, and he is established in that experience, he wrote this, it is this poem, no? Then this fleeting universe floats in the firmament of the involute mind. That means this world is entering into the subtle area, into the mind. It rises and floats again, submerges ceaselessly in the stream of the I consciousness. So, gross world is vanishing. It went to the subtle world, that is also vanishing, converging into the I. In Vedanta we have 5, no? Physical body, Annomaya, Pranamaya, the energy body, Manomaya, mind, intellect, ego, and behind that self. She is describing beautifully here that in this that fleeting universe floats in the firmament of involute mind, and it rises and floats again and submerges. This world is as be coming up and drowning again and coming up and going away ceaselessly in the stream of I. Everything is gone. Only that big I, that I consciousness remains. Slowly, these phantom images have entered the primal womb. Then only remains the feeling I flows in the ceaseless dream. That is the point when it's called Sunya. Sunya means, where is this world? Where is this beautiful world of sun, moon, stars, galaxies, human being, creation? Where is this heaven, heavenly joy or hell? Where is anything? It's only I, that infinite I consciousness. And that current also stopped. That is the nirvana. That is the samadhi. That is the state of fulfillment. So it is that current also stopped. The void has merged in the void. It's a beautiful word. Emptiness is voidness, no? Sanskrit word. Its translation we saw. Emptiness is voidness. Empty of what? Emptiness of voidness of this apparently visible universe which is all the moment changing. And that change, entire universe vanishes into the mind. And mind vanishes into the intellect. Intellect vanishes into ego sense. And ego sense merges into the cosmic ego. Where is this world? Where is me? Where is you? Where are gods? Where are angels? Where good? Where bad? That's the transformation. That's he says, the current, the I, that current, that also has stopped. The void has merged in the void. That means this world was not, the void means here, Shunya, emptiness. Emptiness entered into emptiness. Means this world is so real for us. It's like a dream, last night dream. Is it not so real? When we saw the dream, it is so real. Where is now? When you woke up from the bed, where did the dream go? Is it not coming in the void and entering into void? Let us analyze this dream experience. This is a great experience because we cannot conceive what he is talking. Swami Vivekananda talking here, or Buddha talking about nirvana, and Shankara talking about that state, and such, and Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, no? That ultimate truth we are talking about. The experience-wise, it is the same. Expression-wise different, Because people always fight with my religion, my God, your God. Buddha came to dethrone God. No God. I am the only reality. Both Vedanta says, I am the only reality. Everything is only appearance. So here that current also stopped and the void has merged into void, or emptiness has merged into emptiness. Why emptiness? It is not real. With the 3D guy in glass was in my eyes. That's why I saw that I am in the jungle and tigers and snakes infested with that. Or maybe a beautiful garden house where singing and dancing is going on. But it is a 3D glass. Take out. Go back and then see there is all peace, all perfection. Only you are the only reality. And you does not mean this physical body. And whenever I am talking about you or me, always our concept coming, I am this 5 feet 4 inches man with these eyes and this hand and feet and all this. Don't forget that. This is gone. Eyes, body is gone, mind is gone, intellect is gone, ego is gone. And then remains that. And there is all void which was not there, disappeared into void. Beyond the realm of mind and speech. Then, what is this? This, Swami Vivekananda says, he alone understands whose heart understands. It is only experience. Buddha remained in that experience. That's why when he woke up from that experience, nirvana, attained the nirvana, when he can give up all the pools of the world. No, just before ultimate experience, when Buddha, it is called the mar, no? There comes mar. Mar means the attraction of all world attractions, trying to pull the mind down into again to the phenomenal universe. That strength is necessary to overcome that, and then this whole world becomes meaningless. And then the ultimate reality enters into that absolute peaceful state which is called nirvana and which is called Sankara's state of Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham. Avang Manasagosharam. Swamiji says, Sedharao Baddholo. That stream of thought, I, last, my last ego, that Baddholo is stopped. Shunne shunna milayilo. Void, emptiness, which was empty. It is not real. But for me it is so real. But for the realized soul, at that point of experience, this is void, entered into void. Say, Swami Vivekananda is talking in Kashipur garden house, and he's asking, where is my body? Where is my hand? Where is my feet? Holy Mother is saying in one time, where is my body? O Jogin, where is my hand? Where is my feet? Eye consciousness, losing the eye consciousness in Samadhi. These are not talk. It has been demonstrated in the life of Ramakrishna Vivekananda, Ramakrishna's disciple in recent. Still it is vibrant, it is a historic thing. Just the other day it happened. Even it is happening today with some highly spiritual people. So it is not real. This world is appearing because our mind is still in the world, in the realm of duality, and we are still craving to find joy in this world from these petty things of the world. And when that knowledge comes, it is all temporary, it is not real, it is a changing thing giving me an appearance of a reality of fan, no? Ceiling fan, high-speed fan. You don't see the fan blades. But is there no fan blades? But it is the only... So this is the appearance. Appearance is always wrong. Sun, moon, stars, as we see, all are wrong. We are sitting in the temple and we are sitting in the vertical position. That's my another favorite example. But think of the globe. Global position. Yeah. Think of the globe, earth. How we are sitting. Are we vertical? It's a question. But we are sitting. No one can deny that we are sitting vertical. No? If you look at the mountainside and you go sometimes, that car you are driving, you see that some house is in the top of the mountain, and as if it is like a slant. You can see that, but it is not so. So whatever we see, we are not seeing the right thing. There is, that is to go be beyond seeing and seeing. Seeing all these ideas, Vedanta teaches. Whatever way to get out of this, to know that these are fleeting objects, desire is driving us. Desire is not bad if the desire is directed towards knowing the truth. Otherwise we are fools, we are all moving around the cycle of birth and death, death and birth and death. Every day we die, every day we are born, every day we are suffering, every day we are moving from the suffering into joy. I am happy, I am happy. Again suffering comes, again I get depressed, so this is birth and death is going on. And one time this body will be in the cremation ground, that will be birth, death. And then no death, until and unless we feel this existence, this is a shunya, it is all void. It enters into the voidness. Then what remains? Who will say? Only that realized soul can feel. And who will feel? There is no question of feeling. If you say feel, then you need a body, you need a mind, but they are beyond body and mind. So these are all confusing words of expression, because they cannot be expressed, they are trying to express. That's why it is called, what is the ultimate truth? Ultimate truth is silence. Thank you all. Next Sunday, Swami Medhananda will be speaking. The topic is non-dual love. Non-dual love by Swami Medhananda. Next Sunday. And today Then, as usual, we'll go for our cup of tea and then you can come for QA in the living room. Anything more? Huh? Shankara. Yeah, today is 3 o'clock. We have the memorial service of our Shankara, Gary Kemper, who was a long-time devotee of this center, and he was resident minister in the Atlanta Center, Atlanta Vedanta Center. It is not affiliated with Belur Math, but it is a private center, and he was there for last maybe 14 years, no? 10, 14 years or more, long time. So, we'll 3 o'clock, please, if you can come, please come.
And Karma Yoga, we changed the date of Karma Yoga to 11.
Oh, Karma Yoga date has been changed to 11.
This coming Saturday.
Coming Saturday. And then please go to the website, you can find all the details, and some flyers are also there. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.